Hi everyone, welcome back. So it's time for the monthly planner update. I have a bunch of new stuff you'll probably notice, and not all of it's actually technically a planner, but I figured I'd kind of walk you through everything I'm using right now because there's a lot of it. Before I go any further, I just wanted to share something I discovered. So I have a Papermate Inkjoy gel in 0.5, and I have been using in the past the Zebra Sarasa 0.4, but for whatever reason when I use the Papermate, my handwriting is a little weird just because I think the pen is so much thicker, at least to my hand, than, and maybe it's just the balance, than the Zebra. But the refills are interchangeable, so I have actually changed the refills, and I have the Inkjoy refill in this and the Zebra refill in this one. So for what it's worth, I figured I would mention that because I don't know how many of you know that the refills are the same size. So if you see me using these two pens and the ink looks a little strange, you will know why. Let me just kind of walk you through what we have, and then I will flip through some things. So I noticed that the Happy Planner has come out with notebooks, but I had extra rings from changing some things out, and I had bought extra paper, so I went ahead and made my own little notebook. Pretty much it's a to-do list, notes for when I'm on the go, meeting notes, that sort of thing. And I just added a clip here to the back because I have a pocket folder, a clip for a pen, and I'm good to go. I just tossed this in my purse. And these are actually just bookmarks in between each different type of paper. These are actually little notepad things that you can get from Happy Planner. So there's not much to show with this, other than it is what it is. It's a notebook that I'm using. So we'll talk about these. So this, and I will flip through it a little bit later, I am participating in Camp Reset with the Reset Girl. So this is the handbook that we are working out of for the next 6 weeks. I self-printed, added paper with dividers, and I laminated the covers myself. So I have a self-made notebook. So we'll walk through that in a little bit. Also using the Reset Girl covers that I purchased from her website, and based on a video she did on her prayer journal, I have redone my prayer journal. If you don't remember, I had it in a Kiki K notebook, a personal sized one. I actually went through and redid everything in A5 size. So now I have a couple of choices, but this one is a little more crafty. I actually am going to do a specific walkthrough on this later. And I did, if you have seen her prayer journal, scrap lift a couple of things. I love that. Namely this. I actually made this myself just because I really liked the God's heard you, just be patient. So you will see this in a different video where I will do a closer walkthrough of it. I'm not sure how many of you have heard of Brocante. I think that's how you pronounce it, Brocante Home. The woman who runs the website is actually from England. It's a lot about housekeeping and just keeping your home, but not so much in a, ugh, I have to clean the house sort of a way, but how to make it enjoyable. And she has what she calls puttery treats and kind of rewarding yourself and self-care for cleaning the house. But she has a housekeeping 365 program, and I printed that out in A5 size again, added rings from the Happy Planner. And these, when I first made my prayer journal, I cut the pages, the covers to the wrong size. Actually, I cut everything to the wrong size. I don't know what I was thinking. I think I cut everything 8 by 5 instead of 8.5 by 5.5. So I had extra covers. You'll notice these look familiar, so I just reused them on this. But anyway, her housekeeping 365, essentially every single day she has tasks for you to do. There's 5 routine things that she suggests you do each day, but it walks you through all the random stuff that you never really get to, except for every great once in a while. So things like organizing the linen cupboard, touching up paint. But she also has things that you do every single week or every other week. So there's recurring things that happen every week, every couple of weeks, every month. I'm not that far into it. I think I'm on today's day 13. And you'll see I draw a line through things that don't really apply. I don't have kids. I could launder the dog's soft toys and blankets, but I just washed a couple of the large blankets we keep over the chairs, and that was enough for now. It took me a while to get all the dog hair out of the washing machine. So that is the housekeeping 365 notebook. I'll talk about that in a little bit. And these three should look familiar. This is my work bullet journal, which I just updated for August. I have my everyday carry that goes with me in my purse, and then this is my Franken planner. So let's start with this. I have not actually made too many changes to this. The first section is still the calendar. Still have cards in the front. I have August put in. Thankfully, this is not my travel. It's travel for my business partners. Part of Camp Reset, she suggests having an area that makes you feel like you're at camp. Essentially treating my whole house as like a camp or a cabin, just trying to get myself excited about it. So one of the things I remember from back in the olden days when I was a camp counselor is we had a schedule of things that happened every single day. So I actually made myself my own schedule. Let me see if I can spin this around so you can see it. It's a little small, but it has things like flag raising and camp activity. That's what I call my morning workout, where I am done with quiet time. I have cabin cleanup, which means picking up the house in the morning. Camp store open, that's when I pack my lunch and snacks for the day. I have assembly, which is what I call my drive to work, because I'm assembling at the office. Flagpole meeting is basically wrapping up work and driving home. I have, again, cabin cleanup and free time. That's when I do my homekeeping. Study hall, which is when I'm working on that Camp Reset handbook, and also when I'm doing self-care things. And then I have a campfire meeting at chapel, which is my worship time at night that I'm trying to get in the habit of doing. So that's essentially what it looks like. I also have like morning activity, merit badge periods, which is kind of what I'm calling my creative time during the day. And I am going to make myself badges for things that I get accomplished at work, just to make it fun. I keep threatening to make a badge for the times that I talk on the phone with people that are yelling at me and I don't yell back, because I think everybody should deserve a badge for that. So I also have my weekly momentum planner in here in the middle of my week. I had been doing a half sheet. I actually moved the meal plan over here. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out how I best want to work it, but people have been asking me if I am using the momentum planner, and I am. I have the month page and the other extra weekly pages up here in the front. So as I'm switching out weeks, I'm just tucking the week that is done in here and grabbing the next week and putting it in the middle. So that's it, because I usually just plan 1 week at a time. I have September that I added in. I still have my faith section. I've changed it over to August. I'm not really using the monthly section, but I am still writing out verses for the day based on the liturgical yearbook that I'm working through. I have my health section, which I really did only the first week of July. I took it out. I'm going to go back through. I'm going to try and work on this in August as a part of all the self-care stuff that I'm doing with the Reset Camp. Camp Reset, whatever it is. I have my home section. So while I see this holiday planning, that's actually what this is. I know it is August, but I'm going to go through and put tabs on here. Brocante Home, Allison May, that's the name of the lady who runs the website. She actually has 100 scrumptious things to do before Christmas. So it's a countdown of things to do, things to think about. So making budgets, picking out Christmas cards, finding all of your wrapping paper. So I'm going to try and work through that. That actually starts September 15th, believe it or not. So I figured I would go ahead and start putting this together. These are dividers I made a while ago, so I'm just going to reuse them. I tore off what I could because this is really stuck to the front, not so stuck to the back. So I'm just going to put stickers over it. So those are my dividers. Anyway, so that's just kind of the beginnings of my Christmas planner. So I was originally going to put my holiday planning in here, but this book is so thick, I don't think I have room. And I really don't need that planner with me every single day, all the time. Okay, first section is still to-do lists. I still have my strike-through type lists here. I have my meal planning section, which I was going to keep track of everything I had eaten. July has been so crazy, and I feel like I should give excuses as to why I did not record any videos for the last couple of weeks, but just suffice to say that there are times when I really have to prioritize myself and making sure I don't get burnt out, and that was the last 2 weeks. I've not been doing strenuous exercise every single morning. Pretty much I've just been doing yoga, and not even strenuous yoga, just flow, relaxing, just trying to manage my stress levels. Thankfully, our final person that we needed to hire started today. However, we also had someone walk out last week. So it's, the stress continues, but it's hopefully winding down. All right, so moving on, house cleaning. I don't think I have printed August yet, but today is August 1st, so I'm not too far behind. I have my budget section. I'm not going to show you the page where I have numbers, but this is the budget page that I have, and I have gone in and listed the Happy Planner Classic size inserts that I've made in my Etsy store, which is actually linked down in the description box. So this budget page is there minus the descriptions. I left those blank because everybody budgets for different things. So that is in the Etsy store. I have not done anything with gardening yet. I have not done anything with the sewing. It's been busy. I have taken out the travel inserts that I had. The travel inserts in Happy Planner Classic size are listed. I did actually finally make myself some labels for travel and for goals. So these project pages I worked through in my last video. I'll link that down below if you haven't watched it yet, so you can see how I work through projects and dividing them out. This is also where the other pages for my Momentum Planner live. I did print these at 84%. That actually makes them fit into the Happy Planner size. They come as a letter. So I have my yearly page here. I have my quarterly page here. And then I have July's monthly. I'm not going to keep the weekly pages, I don't think. I haven't thrown them away. They're just not in here because I don't have a lot of room. But I do have the monthly pages and the quarterly pages printed out for, it looks like I have the monthly pages through the end of the year and the quarterly pages for the first half of next year. Extra project pages. Pocket page. This is my section for Etsy and YouTube. I have shuffled some videos around, so we're working on the planner update today. And then I just have extra pages and information and stuff back here. And that is the end. So not much has changed in this. It's just updating the months and bringing everything forward, filling out the next month's stuff. So I am still using this. I am still dragging it around with me. But I mostly use it in the morning. So the newness is wearing off. So I may not be dragging it with me to work anymore, and that's okay, because I don't really use it there all that much. So as far as my everyday carry goes, this has not changed much either. It's just simply the months and the weeks. I don't remember, I think I had added these the last time. I have goals up here at the top. So I had moved a bunch of stuff over that was in my previous everyday carry. So I have my vision board here. I have goals and the goals broken down. I have a review section, so things that I want to reference, zone cleaning, that sort of thing. Although the zone cleaning has kind of been taken over by that housekeeping 365 that I'm working through now, so I'm not really referencing these as much. And then I have my calendar. So we have August. And then, oh, look at that. I didn't even plan for August in the small planner, so I'll probably will do that at some point this week to catch up. We shall see. So I have through December, I have pocket folder. I have a fitness section in here, so you can see July with nothing in it. Yes, July has been fun. And in the back, note pages. So to be honest, I haven't been doing a whole lot of planning because I've been coming home and just pretty much sitting on the couch and then going to sleep. So that's been my life. So where I have definitely been keeping up with things is in my work planner. I know normally I will do kind of a plan with me sort of situation for August. You've seen how I set it up. I'm doing the exact same thing, so I don't think that there's too much to show you other than my usual things. Just because of how July fell, I kind of ended midweek because I didn't want to waste any space, so I'm starting August midweek. So normally I leave this page blank next to the August project planning, but I'm not doing that because I can just jump straight into it. And I still have blank pages earlier in case I need them. So this is basically the Momentum Planner brought forward. This is my monthly view, just because as a reminder, this is last month. I finally remembered to use the stickers that came with the Cocoa Daisy kit. I figured why not. And then this was last month, the July project planning. So I did leave the last week of July, first week of August here. So you'll notice that I start this actually technically next week. So that's that. Nothing much has changed in this. All right, so let me walk you through this. I actually think you can still register for Camp Reset. It is a neat idea. She basically is holding a virtual camp and basically having everybody focus on resetting and self-care. So again, I have the schedule that is in my other planner as well. I also have it printed out and sitting on my morning desk. So we have a table of contents, so it's basically 6 weeks long. So there's 6 weeks, special challenges. She has a section of weekly pages, self-care resources, arts and crafts. So as you can see, it's actually a pretty full calendar. She's doing live videos and chats 3 times a week. And then everybody's posting in the Facebook group on days other than that. There is Setting Up for Success. That's this week. Habits and Routines, Healthy Sips and Snacks. Let's Move It, Creativity and Personal Retreat Planning. So she has a lot of really cool printables. This is very well thought through, and I definitely appreciate it. So, like I said, I made dividers. I just took pieces of paper, cut them to size, and I used just the tiny stapler and just stapled the dividers on. Okay, so in week 1, and actually for each week, she has information about what you're doing, challenges. She has a checklist for watching videos and participating, doing things on your own. It references back to the weekly pages, where in the weekly pages she has, for each week, self-care plan for that week, aha moments, how it will succeed, notes, currently, gratitude, journaling, self-care wins, and highs and lows. And the self-care resources, she actually has some self-care ideas, some brainstorming and brain dump sections. There's a spot for working through some Pinterest, vision boards. Under arts and crafts, she has word search. She has a lister's got a list section. Art journaling, my camp memories. And here in the back, I actually, and when I do my video on my prayer journal, you'll see this. I have extra scrap paper that I have basically just been folding in half. I put a piece of adhesive across the bottom so it makes it into a pocket at the top if I want to slide something in here. And then I've been using library pockets, library card pockets, and I just have journaling cards in here. I have the badges. I actually went ahead and printed these on sticker paper so that I don't have to punch them out. And I've also been using the glassine envelopes too. And here I have a bookmark and the door hanger that she gave us for printables, but I've also been using these in my prayer journal as just a place to keep things, usually like decorations and stuff. So that is the basics of the Camp Reset handbook. And so I am working in this pretty much every single day. I might skip a day or two here and there, but for the most part I am in this every single day. I am in my prayer journal every single day, for obvious reasons. The Housekeeping 365, I'm also in every single day. Now I did want to point out that in here, basically treat the entire spread kind of in as one section. So I either have 4 days or 3. So sometimes I might skip around a little bit. Like I started on a Friday, so day one of the week is always a Friday for me, which works out because then I'm doing laundry on the weekends. I'd rather do that than laundry on Tuesday and Wednesday. But if I don't finish something in a spread, if I move on, I'm done. I'm not going to go back. Periodically, I will have things that I'll carry forward just because I know I really do need to get them done. Like I vacuumed the sofa and chair cushions today. That was on something for last week. I do need to clean and tidy my car. I'm sure it'll come up again soon, but I really need to do that. And then I do need to give the dogs their flea medicine. I just don't know how often the flea medicine repeats, so I'd rather just make myself a note that I need to do it. But other than that, I draw a line through the things I know I'm not going to do, and then I check things off kind of as things get done. If it doesn't get done by the time I flip to the next page, that's it. I don't worry about it. Obviously, I'm using my bullet journal every single day, or at least every day I'm at work. So the holiday planner, obviously I'm going to start using it more, but I did want to go ahead and get it set up because we do have some things already set. Like we have our travel plans already set for Thanksgiving, so I do have things that I can start putting in here. Obviously, based on the fact that it's Wednesday and I have not planned anything yet for this week, I'm not using this as much as I probably should. Mostly that's because it's work, and then I'm at home and I'm not really doing anything. Anything I am doing is actually in one of these other planners. The one that I am in every single day is this large Franken planner, my classic sized happy planner that has all of my home stuff in it. I am in this every day, especially in the first two sections, the calendar and the faith planning section. The other ones I'm in as needed, usually at least once a week when I do my planning session. So that is my August planner update. I know it looks like a lot, and yes, I am in a lot of these every single day, but they all have kind of a specific purpose. And honestly, I'm not going to put this much paper into a different planner. I just pretty much have this sitting open, either like this or flipped like that, just so I have that day looking at me in the face when I'm over on my morning desk. This is pretty much the only thing that just sits out open. This is tucked away when I'm done using it. This actually is kind of living in my bedroom. I have a basket of stuff that I have set aside for Camp Reset since I don't really have a place to have camp. As I mentioned earlier, it's mostly more of a schedule. I have a basket next to my bed that has a few things. I have magazines that I bought that I haven't had a chance to go through. I have a blank journal. I have a book actually recommended by Allison May. It's a day book. I'll have to link it down below. And I can't pronounce the lady's name. I would butcher it. Her first name is Sarah. But it's snippets of essays and things like that on housekeeping and self-care. And I figured that kind of fit in with the Camp Reset theme. So I've been reading that in the evenings. I also have some summary washi tape in case I want to do any decorating. I have a bag, a little pen bag of pens and some other miscellaneous planner supplies. And then I also have a 3-ring binder that has the confirmation class curriculum. I'm actually helping to teach the confirmation class this fall, and in a couple of weeks I'm meeting with my fellow instructors and we're trying to figure out which parts of the curriculum we're going to use, because we either need to add some classes, combine some classes, or take some out. So we need to figure that out. But right now I'm reading through it all, trying to figure out what I feel like could maybe be pushed together, because we do have some overnight retreats where we might be able to combine some stuff. So anyway, as you can tell, never a dull moment in my life. There's always something going on, which is why I need that Camp Reset. So that is my August planner lineup. Again, I know it looks like a lot, but really and truly, it's not like I carry all of this with me everywhere I go. And as I said, some of this, it is just new and it just sits on a desk at home. Unless I'm using it to reference something or keep notes in. I hope that was helpful. If you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate you giving it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I do have quite a few videos that I have planned to record here soon, including a walkthrough of my new prayer journal and the changes that I have made. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section down below, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye!